This is it. The end of the line. 150 pickets for the railing. Yay!
I didn't know that's what I signed up for.
No, she did not. Jackie called and said, "Oh, I can help you." Oh boy, do I have a job for you. So all of these guys that I planed the other day, and we had a little system. We were so busy doing our system that I wasn't videotaping, but I went through with this little hand planer, which I put over here somewhere. Here he is. So I'm just using this guy just to kind of go up the edges and kind of, you know, smooth those out a little bit more. So I just went down the line, did those, and then Jackie rolled on the stain, and these guys are ready to get put up there. Well, Saturday we are working on getting these railings set up on the deck here. Scott's dad is helping to lay this out, so this is just a trial run. And Jackie and I were staining these pickets this morning. These other parts, we wish we had more time to be able to stain all of them, but we got to take the help when we can get it, and we just need to get it up there. So that one is, he's just got that in place to brace it, or to make sure that's all parallel right now. So let's see here, what else is going on?
What we're going to do when we put this top board on there, we're going to get a nice level. And we're going to level all these, and we're going to drill those holes again and screw them in from the top. Okay?
Okay. And they'll be fine.
See how that tightens those up when you turn them?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to do that too many times, you'll strip them out. When you get done, you turn them to whichever way looks the best for you. And remember, wood's not perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
You're trying to get as good a look as you can, and try to get as natural a look as you can, okay? This wood here was from original growth. The trees are probably 300, 400, 500 years old. Out of Washington. Wood has a personality. Fortunately, cedar is soft and fairly straight. That's why it's such good property. It won't rot. But this planer is getting you down and getting you nice and smooth again. That's that. All we have to do now is plane this, and then we'll cut it. And we want to try to avoid this kind of stuff.
Okay.
This would be, by today's standard, a good cedar board. By the old day standard, it would have been a deck board. Now this board right here, on the other hand, see this board right here? This is an appearance board. This was an expensive board. See, it's perfect. It's also curved, which is really not necessary, but it keeps boards from warping. So we're going to use these handrails down here and keep them consistent. So when you look up and you see those curves, it looks like you did it on purpose.
Okay, so
that's called curved decking.
Curved decking.
And when you buy flooring, it's usually curved. Was your overhead stuff, was it curved in the back? Okay. When it starts getting thick, they curve it so when it tends to not warp as much. It relieves the stress in the wood.
Okay, we are starting the process here. So Brian's already cut this. This is just regular cement board here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Party
board. Okay, so he's got that cut. Get some mortar down there.
This mortar will kind of help level it out, because those boards are, they can be various thicknesses, so it kind of helps with the cause.
Right. Okay, so I can help you put this thing into place?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. What are you checking for there?
I'm just checking to see that it's flush to the edge. This edge kind of went in and out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Golly, Alright, we're gonna cut that. We're working on finish that part, and then we're going to work on this piece coming down here.
Combination square.
Okay.
Okay. An old, probably been around a couple hundred years. Now we're going to take this, since we don't know what that number is, we're going to take it over here, and we're going to find out what that number is. And it was probably
between 27 and 30.
no, I think it's more than that. It's probably, what is with this thing?
Operator error.
You can pull that up. Okay. Okay, so there, we're awful close right there. So the angle of your stairs is about 34 degrees.
Wow. So I was right and
Okay.
Cooper was wrong. I said 33.
So now what we're going to do, guys, to
I
get
tested
this,
him.
look at this. So now we need to get 33 degrees right here. You know how to do this?
Yeah, I
guy?
know how to do that.
Okay, let's do it. There, it goes right up there. Lay it down. Okay, shove it up there. So how's this angle?
Let me look at it from this side.
Nuts.
It looks nuts.
Okay, go down there and mark that one. Take this thing and scratch me a line on there. Okay, Scott, so let's drop her down. Drop her down. All the way, 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 all the way. Okay, now we're going to lay this out now. Okay. I think we'll go with that and see what it does. One line. Okay, and another line. Okay. Okay. Oh, do that one. Do that one. Okay. Cross your fingers, Jennifer, that we get this on the first shot. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you know, it is or it isn't, and we just
Right.
play with it.
Okay.
I just picked up a.
So it's amazing when we're recycling these cedar boards here and planing them down. It's amazing the look.
This is probably a $50 board right here,
Ooh-wee.
if you had to buy it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. 16-foot, nice curved deck cedar board. Now, kerfing's not necessary, but it keeps the board from getting a little bow in it. Now you'll sand these guys and get a sealer on them, they'll look great. They'll feel good in your hand. You want to make sure that you take care of all this kind of stuff right here, you know, because people have a habit of just riding these things with their hand.
Okay, that looks great. And normally you were saying that what would you use to cut those edges if you were back home with your own equipment?
A bridge saw, which is a wet saw like I've got out there, only it's made for large format tile.
Hmm.
I didn't have one in my pocket.
We gotta use what we got.
Yeah, we're going with what we got.
Right, and we're thankful that we have that. So, and we're thankful to have Brian here. He comes to Alaska every summer. You've been doing that for how many years now?
20 years.
20 years from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Exactly.
Yep. And in the winter, he lays tile. So you can come to Alaska in the summer.
In the summer, I fish.
Yeah, and lay tile for friends. Thank you so much.
Hey, Miss Emma. Did you get to play with your friend today?
Mhm.
Good.
Just through like 4 kids. Actually, yeah. And I was number 5.
Oh, okay.
Like
Number 5.
6 people in the family.
Oh,
And you're kind of part of the family.
yeah.
Yes, we are very grateful for our Fleming friends that she could go spend the whole day over there. And I just picked her up a while ago. It was like after 9 o'clock. So I think it's 10 o'clock now. We're working overtime. It's overtime here, Mr. Smith.
That's right. That's right. Overtime.
All right, so we're going to get some precise cutting going on over here, and I'll catch you laying those last couple pieces.
Is it Emma's fault? Can we blame it on Emma somehow?
Not me.
See, you don't need to get blamed for something you didn't do, do you?
Nope.
I don't blame you. Nobody likes that.
Maple or something. And then you go down to the floor with what?
In front of it,
Yeah, you gotta have a piece of trim there, and then you got, what are you covering the front of that with?
a little bit.
Son, what are you gonna put on that, what kind of material is gonna be your, the thing that's gonna overlap this tile about a quarter of an inch and then come out and overlap this? Yeah, this stuff
Not
here,
sure yet. Maybe
this stuff is going on
Pieces of the
vertically,
puzzle.
or
Here we
horizontal,
go.
vertically?
it's gonna go on vertically like
Okay,
that.
all right, so now what's gonna be at the very bottom at the floor? So you
Just
don't.
think about it doing flooring around the base.
Wait a minute.
Maple,
So where's this stuff going in?
well, it's gonna go up and down,
Oh, yeah.
but it's gonna get cut short enough to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something at the floor to make it, so it don't stain when you mop it. So at the
Well,
top,
I know
at the
that.
top, you're gonna need maple because that's what your kitchen cabinets are, and it's hard, and it shines up and it looks good. And it needs to be thick enough, it needs to be like an inch piece, so you can fill Brian's tile a little bit with it.
I have any 1 inch.
And you don't need, and it needs to be cut, it needs a slot cut in it so it goes over that thing, and then it needs a bottom cut so it goes over this.
See that radiant shield up there?
Right.
I took it to space that away from it a little bit because I was thinking about doing maple around it as well. A little bit hardwood.
Maybe you want to do this stuff. If you're gonna do anything at all, do this stuff. 1 inch strip.
Well, I figured maple would look good on
Trying to
fine.
make yourself more work.
I just think it'd look good.
Maple fun to work with. This stuff's easy to work with. And you use your scraps up there.
Crack it.
What will probably look good up there is a full sheet of this, full ones of these and a 45, or maybe a half one. Just take it right up tight against that thing and caulk it. Don't mix woods up with one piece. If I told you maple was $6 a foot, I bet you wouldn't.
How long you been laying tile?
Oh, I guess, probably close to 30 years, maybe.
Wow.
All seems like a blur.
Jennifer, do you know that Brian has a degree from University of Tennessee in logistics? Phi Beta Kappa.
He's doing a great job of logistically
Sigma
figuring
Phi
this out.
Epsilon. So he could be working
Awesome.
for FedEx. Or UPS. Or Hunt Brother Trucking.
Looks looking great there, sir. This is, that's fabulous.
You know, Brian was an A student.
But I don't know that you'll need any, but if you'll take those bags up, it'd probably be a good idea to save it just for a little while, just in case you needed a patch in.
Okay.
And you've got some mortar out there you can save. You can probably do your backsplash with it.
Before Brian left, he instructed us to use this lovely little sponge, just lightly dampened, to wipe off the tile and remove the overflow of the grout that was out here. So that's what I've just been doing, and it just looks amazing. Thank you so much, Brian. This looks awesome. And these tiles, I am not kidding you, we found them at the Restore for the Habitat for Humanity in Anchorage. And it's a place where people can just donate, you know, recycled building supplies and such. And there were 5 of these just sitting, leaning up against something, and we asked the guy, oh, what do you want for those? He's like, oh, $2 a piece. We're like, you gotta be kidding. I'm like, this will be perfect for what we need right here. So that was just a great find and a huge blessing. So this is looking fabulous.
Sunday, August 5th. This is what has been happening. What Scott's been up to. His dad was here yesterday kind of lining us out with this section here. So Scott's been doing a great job there, dear. What do you... That looks good. What's been happening?
Oh, just building rails. I had to make a change in what was going to happen. I had to add a second post to the top because when I got this lined out and then I took a measurement, the top of the handrail was at 33. It was an inch lower than it can be. So I added that post, and that's forever gone. We don't even have to worry about our height anymore. I realized that a second post there seems a little much, but you know what? It's not going to look bad when it's done. It'll look pretty good. It'll be stronger.
I guess
Stronger
more
is
is
better than
stronger. Yeah, definitely.
So now we're just we're going to line these up. Jen's going to eyeball them here.
Oh, I am? Okay.
I've got these guys centered. They're all level, but you know, as you can see, they need to be pushed forward as I screw down or back or whatever. Just some of them have different torque on them, but they're pretty plumb, man. I'm happy with this.
Okay, I can help you line that up right now.
Cool.
What are you doing now?
I'm using a Japanese handsaw to just... I don't like this 2x6 sticking out like that.
Oh, yeah, so you can just kind of...
So I'm just measured both sides an inch and...
Cut that off there, yeah. Okay. That's not... Okay, this is not secured down here yet.
Yeah, it's because I don't do that until last.
Why were you waiting to do that?
Make sure these guys plumb out.
Okay.
If I secure that, it may cause too much torque when I try to secure these guys in. So now I can come down here and pre-drill these holes so that I don't split the wood, and then line them up and get them nice and flush.
Gotcha.
And everything's groovy.
Cool. So Scott hand planed these here, and then right now he's just zapping it with the electric sander just to give her the little rounded finish. That thing makes fast action of it. Quick work. That's much better. Well, Scott's working on the railing on the deck outside. I've been trying to get the bedroom painted here. So at least I have the beige Tellin on these 3 walls, and I'm going to be putting the tapenade on this one. I get going on that. It's 10:30 and we just need to quit. I wanted to get a little bit of protection on this wood, so I just put some of this on here. Pro Series semi-transparent, just a neutral base, nothing too fancy, but I wanted to get some protection on the cedar for sure along here. So anyway, I just did a quick little coat on some of what Scott finished up here today, and I think we need to get some rest. Been quite a few days of late nights, early mornings. We're getting burnt out, so we're gonna shut her down for the night.
Spin around.
By pushing the button on the remote control.
Where is the button?
Yeah, this is gonna be it's wired to the switch on the wall, and it has a remote on it. Marky's getting that set up. She's working. You got it on the remote.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow. It's
It pushes
powerful.
some air, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna get a little more light on the subject over there. What do you call this procedure, Mr. Kendrick?
Frankenstein.
Yes.
We're tongue and grooving this.
So we realized that we have enough tongue and groove. If we purchase 6 more boards, we can tongue and groove Emmajean ceiling as well. So we said, forget putting full sheets up here. So he's using these pieces. We've got lots of pieces. So he's Frankensteining that together because it won't matter. You won't see it. And while he's doing that, I am insulating this wall to create a sound barrier between her room and the utility room next door. So we are making some progress here. Well, it's Tuesday, August 7th, and this morning I had to take a bunch of paperwork to the bank, and trying not to stress that we are going to be able to meet this deadline to finish this and close on the loan by the end of this month. And I go back to work exactly a week from today. All is well. We're going to do this. It's okay. So we're up early doing that, and while I was doing the paperwork stuff, Scott was in Emmajean's room here working on some more sheetrock stuff, and so now he's taking Emmajean to the playground to take a little break and kind of get her some activity. And while he's doing that, I've been working on completing the insulation job here. Ta-da! It's like, oh yeah, well, we wanted to have a little bit of a sound barrier in here, especially on this wall because it butts up against the utility room. And then we just said we have one roll of insulation left, and as far as it goes, it goes. And then I got to this point, I'm like, wait a minute, I have like little pieces of fox block out in the yard still. So I kind of, you know, as Scott says, Frankenstein that together. So anyway, at least it creates a little bit of a sound barrier for her from the hallway and that. So anyway, now I'm going to work on making these lines here for Scott. He said, take this T-square, make the lines, and then I can just go zing, 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 and to screw off the rest of this wall and over here. So now that I finished the insulation, when he gets back, we'll keep going around here. We need to get this thing fire taped today for sure.
Oh!
What did you find?
Oh! These sandberries.
Wait, don't put them in my pocket. What are you doing? They'll get squished. Let me see.
Put them right there.
Huh? You're not going to eat them?
No.
Yummy.
Are you going to do the rainbow?
Where do you see it? Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see it very well. Can you see it through there? No. No? Let's see.
You need to do the fire thing. Closer.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is. You can see it. It's actually a double rainbow, but it's hard to tell. But there's something on that side too, so it's just lightly sprinkling, huh?
Oh, I can see it from here.
You can see it from there. It's beautiful, huh?
Oh, I hope the Flemings can see it.
Putting a trawl of mud in my hand is probably not the best choice right now. But if we want to get this room done, that is what it's coming down to. Yesterday, Scott woke up with his elbow just totally inflamed, and his tendonitis is really acting up, and his shoulder's bothering him. So he had to really take it easy, and I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning trying to mud. I know that I'm embarrassed. This is awful. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying. He shows me and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do my best. He's gonna have to do the finished coats. There's no way I would even touch that, but at least kind of getting the fire taping done. And since we're gonna tongue and groove the ceiling, no one will ever see how horrible that is, but and I see what he means about this Frankensteining stuff together, because it takes like way more mud and time to like tape all of those little joints. So, but hey, like I said, it's gonna all be hidden anyway. And we came down to it, we were able to use some recycled pieces of sheetrock to make these little puzzle pieces fit in the end here. So anyway, this is what I'm up to. I'll get back on that ladder here in a minute. I realized I hadn't videotaped anything today. Sometimes we just kind of get working, we forget about kind of updating what's going on. He's out there cutting and sanding and planing and all that stuff, and getting the stair rails done. So anyway, that's what's going on today on Wednesday. Well, I'm at it again with the last round of light fixtures I'm trying to spray, and I also found this little guy at the Restore in Anchorage for like 50 cents, and I thought, well, that would be perfect for the vent hood. And as you can see what the color was, I'm like, I didn't want that color on the outside of the house, so I'm spraying him. So when we put him over there, after we cut that thing off, it will all look lovely. And I am recycling, well, reusing the old Fox blocks, and I'm getting a little smarter as I go along. Should have figured this out the first time. It's easier to spray all the way around if I just anchor them in something, and so anyway, that's my creative way of doing that. Get these guys sprayed and we are done with this. When I first started thinking about using the spray paint for these tracks, I was concerned about getting paint down in here and then spraying where the light was going to be connecting, and I'm like, oh, that wouldn't be good. So I was trying to figure out, how do I mask that off in there? And that's what Scott said, well, just use this old thing and then hold it down, you know, in here so that when you're spraying, it blocks that off. So that has worked perfectly. Saturday, August 11th, and we are super happy to see sunshine. People are probably like, why does this lady always talk about weather? Because this is basically how we've lived our lives for the past year. Everything is dictated by the weather. If the weather's good, we come outside. It's kind of like mice when they know that the cat is away. They scurry out, you know, to grab the goods or whatever, get back in. And so that's what we're trying to do, just scurry out and get what we can get done out here. And so we tried to do that yesterday, and then the rain came, and so we're just thankful that it burned off, and we're back at it again today because Scott's trying to finish the railing. He's setting up other parts here for the railing on the deck, and then I've switched over because the rain is coming back tomorrow, like it's supposed to be 2 inches tomorrow. So we're like, okay, we've got to get some prep done for the interior. Now, when we did these balusters for the exterior, like the rough cut, perfectly fine outside, totally good with that. For the railing inside on top of the loft area, we wanted it a smoother finish. So what I'm doing is just with a finer grit here on the sander, I'm just going through and kind of rounding the edges, you know, smoothing it out a bit more so that we can get those ready to roll. And we're going to pre-cut a bunch of stuff so that we get inside and then we're ready to go tomorrow. So Scott's system he figured out here is to attach the balusters to the Doug fir piece down there, down at his little workstation. And then bring it up here, set it in place. He's got some spacers down there that are holding it at the right height, and then he said that it works better for him to have that handrail in first, and then he's able to, when he's screwing it down, it kind of sucks the post up into it a bit. So it's looking good, dear. Making some progress. So we are hoping, we've got a little bit more here to do. We are really hoping that we can get this done before the rain happens. Daddy's up there doing that. Emmajean is doing what down here? What is this?
It's called a rock master.
Okay. Oh no!
It's okay, I could just put it back here.
Okay, reassembled. That's a very creative design.
Thanks. Flowers for you.
Nice. Okay, now my objective is to get these pre-cut for the ceiling in the bedroom. Hi. Piece to the puzzle. Perfect, dear. Five o'clock on Saturday, and the rain just shut us down. We're so close. Scott just had this little tiny section over here we almost finished, and I just finished the tongue and groove, prepping those, so now we'll move inside and be able to put those up. At least we've got it ready. So yay, the outside is so close to being finished. So close. That's all right. We'll go inside. We've got lots to do in there. Lots to do in there. So everything is put away. Okay, inside we go. Master mud finisher. There's no way that I am going to be doing any more. I did my contribution up there. So Scott's working on, let's see, how many more coats do you think we gotta do in here, honey?
I don't know.
You don't know? He's like, until...
You don't know, the wall tells you how many it wants.
Okay.
It tells you what it wants and then you're done.
Yeah.
He said that.
Hey, your room is almost ready. Yay. Well, I thought my battle with the metal was over outside, but it's not. Ta-da! Back at it, and hopefully this will be the last time, because this guy needs to be snipped to fit up there. This is going to be our quick fix. We have a few sheets of this metal left, and right now we don't have time to do our little rock wall over there, so this is going to be our answer, temporary answer. Meanwhile, what is happening over here? Thing about LED light, well, it shows everything. Hi, including you. So this wall is taking a lot more mud than originally expected. So the window casing is complete, but he's trying to feather that out around the edges, and yeah, so maybe another coat. Hopefully this will be it so we can get this texture finished and get this part done. So our new system is Scott on the scaffolding and the assistant ground control to Major Tom. What do you need? So I pass him the boards if he needs to brace. Have we braced just maybe like 3 or 4?
No,
Hasn't been that.
More like 5.
Oh, were there? Okay, yeah. So I'll hand up.
Braced twice because it was bowed.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay, we're almost there. Let's get her done. What are you doing? Goofing a Oh no. Go. Alright, go. So you
Another use for the lift.
Another use for the lift, right, exactly. Well, I almost cut enough boards. We're short 2 and just a sliver to finish. But I didn't want to cut too many and then be like, why did I do that? So, anyway, when the weather clears out, we're going to get back outside and do some more cutting. And I was going to mention about the paint in here. We decided to go with the vine pattern in the green, and then this tree bark with the beige talon, and we realized that we really like this, and hindsight, we would have done this in the living room as well. So where the wall is green there.
Why are those things in people's way?
The green here, and then when we did the beige on that wall, we would have done the tree bark. But I mean, we're fine. We're happy with the vine pattern. But after we did that tree bark in the Arctic entry and realized, oh, we really like that, and then did that in here. So anyway, that's just a thought there. So we've got quite a bit more to do in here. We've got to build this box and get ready for mount that vent in there so the electrician can come back and hook that up. Scott's got one more round of mudding to do in there, and we should be finished. So we're gonna call it good for this week and go back to work on Tuesday. So my time is very limited to what I can get done here, but one day closer to closing, and I feel like this is reality TV, except it's not scripted. This is real. This is the countdown to closing day. You know, can we get it done in 2 weeks? Especially with me going back to work, but we're going to try our best and keep pushing. You know, late nights, early mornings, we're just going to do whatever it takes and keep plugging away at it. And we really want to thank everybody for all the encouraging comments, and we feel like we have a little cheering section far away that's kind of cheering us on here in the end. So thanks to everybody, and we're just going to keep working hard.